no backdrop because it's gonna mess up that green screen. I need the aesthetics where I want it to be. Raggedy bitch. It's art, people. It's art. She's so goddamn beautiful. Gotta pin her against the wall. She's so damn beautiful. She's a herb. She deserves a whole goddamn gallery. Okay. I just said I wasn't gonna do the backdrops and down. I'm still doing it. But welcome to the Graffiti Jungle. Paolo Pulingo. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impastore Rockstar, a podcast sui Gihareh. Sono il tuo capo. Io sono Chief Gihareh K-Rel. It used to be Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Pensieri Tangenziali, a podcast sui Gihareh. We got something. We're on 113 people. We're on 113. So what I'm about to try to do is, see, I could, now there's a whole nother thing, but let's start the poll here, like forever. Okay. Start the poll. Now we're gonna do, this is the 113th. We're gonna try to save the 114th for the video. But if, you know what I'm saying, certain things can go certain ways and this and third, opportunities and doors open up. Seeking you shall find, knocking you, asking you shall receive, all that, you know what I'm saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. Apparently. Motivational quotables. So what I'm gonna attempt to try to do is to see if I can remember these. Okay, so one of the problems, issues right now is the fact that it's gotten to a point where there's so many things that I just kind of want to be able to put into the visuals and say. But now that, like, this is why it made a lot of sense for Tangential Thoughts, which is the name for my first and second book and my original, one of my original shows. But my co-host Bailey, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So now it made a lot of sense because I would get some shit and I would, the meme narrator, you know what I'm saying? The millennial meme narrator. Yo, Sono? So one of the things is I keep forgetting to put my shades on. That's one thing. And the other thing is, because there are so many and they don't kind of really do a line, which ones I want to say, what time, and that there. So one of the things is you just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, boom. So I'm going to see if I can try to remember what the things I want to say and then put the shades on. And that's what's about to happen. Of all of this, I wrote it all down. And so that's why there's two things here. I could either keep my glasses on and just read it and just as like, okay, I'm supposed to say this. And that way I don't have to remember any of it. Or I can simply, also since this is like a live, I can also just kind of like, whatchamacallit, go back and forth. Oh, well, that was another part. That was the thing. I need to see like how well could I read with, oh, you know what? We about to keep it like this. I know. I'm about to go like this with it. Just so that way I can see and I ain't got to fuck it. Okay, that's how we about to do this shit. I'm gonna keep these on, bro. Okay. Yeah, it kind of don't want you to call it. So that way I don't have to sit here and try to memorize it. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Boom. I'm ready. So we had to take the backdrop off because, besides that light's there, I could stand right here to help it just a little bit, but boom. We're gonna get to the quotables. right here. The last of us. You got $1 to your name. The last dollar. The last dollar, bro. Spent your last on what? Every time. For a year. That's crazy. For a year. You're spending my last on. So, this is number 113. 100. Not sure how to say. I gotta. I guess I can't move around too much. I gotta make sure shit stay in place. If I can get it to do that. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna be good. And at this point, I think it kind of even hides it, mask it. All right. So, I'll be able to say everything I want to say. We should be able to get this. We're going to do this to one cigar and one cigar only. I had some other stuff I was on the way to think about over here. Loose Goose, Casamigos. Oh, I think it started with this. On first glance, it looked like a Flamigo. No group like the Migos, but what you drinking, light or dark, on the Casamigos. Yeah. And then there was something about Goose, not the Grey Goose, but Goose and his moose, but loose, Bruce, Deuce. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. Number 113. I'm not sure how to say 100, but 13 is tredici in Italian. So, you think Humpty Dumpty gave up after he had that great fall? Hold on. You think Humpty Dumpty gave up after he had that great fall? No China, not off the Great Wall, but I say that sounds like some shit that you should say to a stripper. Depending on how you look at the stars and the constellation, they may call that the Big Dipper. Now, those ones in the 1920s, they called them flappers, not flippers. Gymnastics, you can be bouncing on that. Okay. They had this idea of a thought. Now, I'm not really sure if it's true, but I put the glove on, go from OJ to MJ, like that. OJ, no Simpson cartoon. OJ, no cartoon, no football player. OJ, Simpson. I go from OJ to MJ, Mike Jack. So, I'm not really sure if the story is true, but they said Michael Jackson, if he got an idea or a thought, it didn't matter what the time. It didn't matter if it was 4 a.m., 3 a.m. It didn't matter the time. Michael said, I had to go to the studio, record this or this thought, this idea, this creative process, whatever it is, this song will go to Prince. And so some people talk about how thoughts don't belong to us. They come through us. And so different fields call it different things, whether that name is the intuitive mind or if they call it the ether, the spirit, or source. It doesn't matter what they want to call it. But to mimic to be in tune with source is to mimic source. And so I'm just hoping that one day I get to a place of financial stability where I can afford myself. I can afford who I truly am. I'm a huge believer in you could have just left me the fuck alone. Now, I don't have a rock star to reenact this scene, but this shorty told a story of leaving the bars with an older family member, and if he had too many drinks, he would stumble and say, "Don't push me. Ain't nobody push you. Ain't nobody push you. You just a little inebriated." Now, isn't it ironic when a person tries to punish you with silence, but their silence turned out to be peace to you? They tried to punish you with silence, but their silence turned out to be peace to you. I know my presence is a present, but their absence is a gift. It's funny how Southerners say anything spooky is demonic, and anything witchy, you're going to hell. But Southerners also say that cardinal right there is Mima's spirit. Now, who was the first person to download files from the cloud using a tablet? Are we talking about you listen to Frank Ocean but can't be frank with your emotions? Splitting that river, that sea, parting the ways, Moses. You see, people act weird around you because they betrayed you and they're not sure if you know. They don't know if you know what they said and did. So they act weird. And that's weird. Seeking validation from a world that crucified a perfect man is crazy. It's your season, right? You need to lock the fuck in. It's your season. So sun's out, buns out. Just understand there's some attractive women out here. Stay focused. Because any woman is one emotional decision from ruining your life. Pay attention. Is she manipulative, vindictive? Does she talk about all her exes in a negative way? Are all her friends trash? Understand. Even if she boosting you up, once that honeymoon phase is over, you'll be her next victim. Stay hungry. Never thirsty. Did it. Yup. Did it. Did it. Okay. Okay. We got a little bit left. I might not